Or if you want to wait, like. Take the boy away from the shots. Yeah, take nice shots. Bruce Jenner off. Oh, how's that inside right?
There's somebody behind that. There he is. Yeah, the big one's good. You can see still yellow again? Okay, it's not yellow.
And count.
Surely like neon colors.
Anybody need a jacket?
Yellow's setting up.
Yeah, you know if there's going to be coffees at lunch? Something hot? I didn't sign for coffees today. There's coffees and breakfast burritos tomorrow morning and Sunday. Sorry, I don't mean to sound needy. No. You gotta take care of the boys.
Yeah, I got one.
Whoa, that way. Take off. Bottom turn. Yeah. She was more in like a steam.
Gonna have to be riding Iris up. That's all the way here. It's like 3 pixels by the time you
Oh, we are inside red.
Oh yeah, when it gets sunny, it's so much easier. I was gonna bring my wetsuit. Going right up to me.
Yeah, try
Because I see like women's volleyball in there, men's volleyball in there. Or it's,
I mean, yes and no. Yeah. It would if it was a bit better. This is definitely the best weight watching I've done in 6 months. Yeah, big time. Every time I do something, I go, ow.
I got I see your red. Yeah, blue and red are hanging out.
That's white. Zoom in. Fast. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Oh, bad on patches.
Okay, so I think we're live now. Apologies about the audio. There's figuring out some technical difficulties there, but I would like to welcome you guys all to the 6th annual Queen of the Peak Women's Surfing Championship held in Cox Bay, Tofino. We've gone through already a couple heats to start off the morning here, but we're gonna keep rolling on to the women's shortboard, and we'll try to carry out, see how far we can go there. Conditions today are looking pretty good. Sun is shining. That wind was forecasted to pick up, and it has actually hit on the beach now. You guys can probably all see in the cams there, but yeah, expect some pretty difficult conditions as that wind picks up. We had some pretty nice, calm, clean conditions earlier, and some sizable swell. But as that wind picks up, it'll definitely change the conditions out there, and have the girls on their toes. They're gonna have to switch up some kind of strategy out there to deal with this wind, because they won't be having these nice clean faces for too long. But yeah, this is the 6th annual Queen of the Peak held at Cox Bay, and we're looking to be running at Cox Bay all weekend. The swell forecast is actually held up for us, and it's looking pretty good. Swells coming mainly from the west-northwest. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday. There's a bit of decrease in the swell, so we're hopefully going to take advantage of this period, this window of swell that we have right now. And tomorrow, we'll try to run along with as many heats as we can today and tomorrow, and try to capitalize on the contestable swell, because on Sunday it's supposed to get down to about 1 to 2 feet. So. But the conditions out there are pretty good right now. Still, that wind definitely came on pretty good, but if you guys heard that, that's a horn to start heat number 4, I believe, of the women's shortboard, round 1. Before we go any further, I just want to thank all of our sponsors to make this live feed, this contest, this whole weekend possible. I want to start off by thanking Billabong. Always a big support and big help every single year for this contest. If you guys are going to make it down to the beach later today or sometime this weekend, make sure you come by and check out the Billabong tents and get amongst all the action and see what they're providing there. Surf Sister as well, huge support. I believe I have Rider up in white up and riding there, just not being able to stick that. But yeah, Surf Sister, those girls over there are pretty big inspiration in town for not just the guys but mainly the girls there. They've definitely created a pretty awesome family, and having them on board and being one of the main sponsors for the event is huge. And it just goes to show for this contest. I believe it's the only women's surf contest in, I think, in North America, if not the world. I'm not entirely sure on the global scale, but definitely North America. It's definitely pretty awesome to see all these girls ripping in with the support of the Surf Sisters. It's awesome. The Wickeninish Inn as well, Tourism Tofino, another big help. Wildside Grill, keeping everybody nice and fed. Shelter Restaurant as well. Last night there was a Queen of the Peak kickoff party that was held last night for all the contestants and support staff for the event. We have Rider in black up and around at the back on a big left here. Got a big open face, see if you can make something happen here. Doesn't really like what she saw in this little kick out in the back there, but yeah, that definitely lots of good times had last night. Lots of laughs, lots of thank yous, and yeah, if you guys can get down there sometime this weekend, go for some dinner or some lunch or whatever. The food there is amazing. Also the Pacific Sands, Aftana Surfboards, Ocean Village, the Tofino Brewery, Nixon, Von Zipper, Pharmasave, surfcam.ca, and as well Sports Canada TV. If you guys are just joining us here online, the feed is being provided by Sports Canada TV all weekend long. We've definitely ramped up this live feed production this year with the help of them, bringing it this professional level to this webcast. I'll have my good buddy Mikey Jacobson coming in here and help me out commentate here, but yeah, it's definitely taken this whole webcast to the next level, which will be continuing on for years to come. And so yeah, thank you guys for joining in. I believe we're in Heat 4 of the women's shortboard, and yeah, conditions out there still pretty good. That wind is supposed to pick up, and that'll definitely play a factor in the whole outcome of things as the day goes on. But we have a pushing tide right now. That means the tide's coming in, and it's definitely keeping those sets nice and clean. But we'll definitely see that change as this wind picks up. I believe it's supposed to get to gale force today, but then the rest of the weekend is going to be actually fairly nice. But sun's shining, everyone's having a good time, and yeah. See a set out the back here for these girls out there. Still waiting for names to drop so I can keep you guys updated on who's in the water, but there's definitely some contestable surf. La Perouse boy, it's the closest boy out here. I was reading 6 at 12 this morning, 6 feet at 12 seconds, coming from the west-northwest, so there's definitely some size out there, and it's supposed to be sticking around all day and into tomorrow as well, so we'll see if these ladies can capitalize on these sets. I know that inside has been a struggle for the most part of the morning, but there's definitely nice swell out there, good lines, good sets, and should be able to capitalize on some things, get some scores on the board, and get these judges going and make them work, and gotta impress them. If you guys don't really know the judging aspect of things, main criteria is making sure that the surfer who catches a wave maintains lots of speed, power, and flow. We got to mix things up to be innovative, be creative. It's always good when you can get these judges off their feet and impress them when they're scoring you. So food for thought if you guys are listening on the webcast and you don't compete until the next couple of days here. Innovative and progressive. So we have a surfer in blue up and riding, a little bit stuck on that whitewash, trying to get to her feet there, just stuck behind that section. I mean, as that wind picks up, that wind chop's going to be definitely going to be messing up the faces of these waves here. So it's going to play into their score and play into their strategy out there. Conditions aren't that tough. You see Rider in yellow dropping into a bomb. He just kind of straight lines it, and Red's up and right into in the back. And yeah, there's definitely a defined peak right in front of us. As you can see, going right and left. But yeah, if you get caught behind that section, that you get nice big closeouts, which, I mean, been on the receiving end of dropping into some closeouts. Doesn't really feel good. You get kind of smashed. Probably with the size out there, you're probably getting thrown down to the sand. But it's pretty awesome to see girls out there surfing in some actual contestable swell that they can make something happen. That's the beauty of this contest. Every October we always get some pretty good swell. It's kind of the kickoff of the winter season. I know everybody in town from here in Tofino down to Ucluelet and even on the island, froth on September and October. It's definitely the bringing of the swell, and it kind of marks the winter, the kickoff for winter. And we've been pretty blessed with the weather as well, for even though we're in a rainforest and it does tend to rain quite a bit out here. I'm sure you guys all know this, but this whole summer and whole year it's been pretty much a drought year. But this whole week has been sunny, and it's always enjoyable when the sun's out. You can get down to the beach and get amongst all the action. And because when it does rain out here, it does rain pretty heavy. But conditions are good. Sunshine is supposed to be here all weekend long, which will be pretty nice for the viewers that come to the beach here. So we have Ryder in yellow up and riding here, just getting stuck behind this whole section, this whitewash. Yeah, the beach out here, it's pretty good. There's a few defining peaks. As that tide comes in, you'll definitely notice these peaks start to switch, going up and down the beach, north and south. But there's definitely some good rideable shoulders to be taken advantage of. You see Ryder in red dropping in this nice frothy right here on the inside. Nice, lots of foam on that face there. I was able to get one little turn there, a little track turn, and didn't really see anything of it in the inside there. Decided to kick out. So yeah, for your viewers at home, I'm still waiting for a little heat sheet here for names to drop. We just had some last minute entries and stuff, so we had to alter some heats here, but we'll get that going for you in a little bit here. So if you guys are unfamiliar with the area here, we are at Cox Bay, and we will be actually hosting the contest here at Cox Bay all weekend long. The swell is actually lined up for us. I know last year we ran into some pretty heavy days on I believe it was a Saturday. We had some sizable swell come through that completely tore apart the beach here, and we had to actually move the contest to North Chestermans. When you surf a beach break here, there's only so much the bay can actually hold before it actually becomes pretty much unsurfable. I mean, if you're a strong paddler and you're keen to get out there, I mean, you probably could and find a way to get out there. But I know pounding through some whitewash for 45 minutes never feels very good. So we did move the site last year to North Chestermans for a day, which was good. And that's a nice thing about this site. And the beauty of Tofino, is British Columbia, is that there's so many different areas and so many different beaches that we can all pick from depending on the conditions. Cox Bay is definitely the most consistent beach of them all, but yeah, when that winter swell comes through, and definitely it jacks up in height and power, this bay does get pretty big. So it's nice having the option of potentially going to South Chestermans or North Chestermans and getting to some sheltered beaches there just to kind of provide the best conditions for the girls out here. And I just got my main man Mikey Jacobson's back on the mic here. How you been? How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. You know, it's the wind picked up. It's a little chilly up here.
Yeah, it's sort of right on forecast, which doesn't always happen. I'm sure you were talking about it, but hi to everyone who's joining us live on the Queen of the Peak live feed. We had a bit of a technical difficulty early to get it off this morning, but looks like live scoring and the live feed are up now. We'll try and work the kinks out of it today and give you guys a good show tomorrow. But yeah, in the water, the northwesterly that was supposed to pick up pretty hard today, it came with a vengeance. We saw the whitecaps building offshore, and then it sort of made landfall, and there's a hurricane on the east coast, and this is probably not far off of that right now. It's windy down here, so
yeah, I was checking the report earlier today, and gale force today, 50, potentially 50k winds.
Just another day on the raw west coast.
That's the beauty of this whole area, Mike. It's just so raw, and you can't really gauge the weather by the weather report. You look at one thing, and then the next thing you know, it's pouring rain when it says it's supposed to be blue sky and sunny.
Yeah, I'll take it though. It's I mean, for October, both of us are sitting here in a t-shirt, and it's a bit chilly, but it's in the sun. It's not so bad.
I mean, yeah, minus the wind, it feels like summertime.
It's golden.
It's great. Summertime in October in Tofino.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it looks like the forecast for the rest of the weekend here, although we're in tough conditions, it looks like everything's going to cooperate for us, and hopefully the wind dies off overnight tonight, and then it looks like the surf's going to drop a little bit, but be super contestable, and we're really excited to put a nice contest together for the weekend. I think the competitors are excited and stoked. And
you can just feel the buzz around town. I mean, that kickoff party last night at Shelter is just nothing but laughs and good times, and everyone just kind of, the day before the contest, you feel it's all good butterflies. You know, people just want to get this show on the road, and I mean, the beauty of this contest, Mike, is that it's in October and we have swell.
Yeah, you know, we always want to have surf contests in the summertime when it's, you know, obviously warm here in BC. But Tofino, surf-wise, everyone gets super excited for September, October, and then into the wintertime, because that's when, you know, the north end of the Pacific turns on, and we start to see swell, lots of swell on the regular, and this is a great time to run a contest. We've been super lucky here at Queen of the Peak. We get waves every year, and this year is not going to be an exception. So
yeah, the swell definitely looks pretty good all day, minus this wind. But going into tomorrow, there's definitely still lots of swell all day tomorrow. I mean, there's a bit of a drop off on Sunday, but the thing is, it's winter swell, so even if it's reading 2 feet at 9 seconds, it's a lot bigger than 2 feet at 9 seconds if it was in summertime. Just the power of these systems that come through. It's kind of fun to see the ocean gradually come alive. You know, transition from September, October into the wintertime. It's definitely, I've noticed in the past couple of years that this contest is kind of the kickoff to
swell season.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And to definitely Tourism Tofino has kind of rolled with that with their whole surf month.
Yeah. Hashtag surf month.
Hashtag surf month
Yeah.
thing going on there, which is pretty awesome because, I mean, from end of September all the way to the end of October, there's nothing but surfing. And there's I believe there's 2 surf contests and a stand-up paddle contest, along with tons of.
Yeah, there's some neat things going on now.
Going on,
We
yeah.
just saw the introduction of the Tofino Boardwalk last night there.
Yeah, what probably can tell to the viewers, what exactly is the Tofino Boardwalk?
Yeah, so it's the first year, so we being the people of Tofino have kind of put together with the help of Cindy Hutchinson, Maureen from Common Loaf, and it was actually Duncan McMaster's idea. You travel to these big cities, and you know, you see these public art projects. So you know, in Vancouver there's been the orcas and the eagles, and recently in Europe they had the Paddington Bear thing going on. So inspired by that, but we put a Tofino touch on it. So we have surfboards that shaped by local shaper Stefan Aftanis, who's one of the sponsors. He shaped a bunch of boards, and then we gave them out to artists to do their thing on. So I got to see Mark Hobson's board last night.
Nice.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, they had an octopus on there. Obviously, he's a very talented artist.
Is there a path or some kind of road that they're going to follow?
Yeah, so the end vision, right now we've just got a bunch of boards. So I think there was one from Hobson, Corey Diamond. Shelter Restaurants board was a Koreski board. Obviously, Shelter and Koreski have a good thing going for a long time now. And then Pete Clarkson, who's sort of
Parks Canada guy.
Yeah, gained notoriety for cleaning up the beaches and turning them into art. So
That's right.
cool boards. But the long-term vision for that is to hopefully eventually have about 20 boards that are purchased by businesses that partner with these artists. And then during Surf Month, people can walk around town, you know, hopefully best case scenario, look at it on their phone, learn about the artist and the board, and have another sort of walking art tour. So, you know, surfing is art, and you know, art is surfing, and I think the tie-in for this time of year is fantastic. And then I think the plan is to auction them off and raise money for the Tofino Arts Council, and then yeah, I believe also give them to help kids surfing, but don't quote me on that. We'll have to look at the actual write-up. So
that's the great thing about this whole area, is that everything kind of, it's like a symbiotic relationship between everything. Everything kind of works together, and every different society, they all work together in a way that makes every single event out here just awesome. And it's really community driven, which I find nowadays is kind of, people kind of lose touch with that. But
yeah, no, it's every sense of the word community, you know, the definition of it, we live it and breathe it out here on the West Coast, you know, Tofino and Yuki, and everybody takes care of one another, and it's so nice to be a part of that. And you know, when visitors come, I think they feel that, and there's a certain like energy that you can't explain that just is this small community, and it's so great to be a part of, and this contest is a great representation of that.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Just the atmosphere last night at that kickoff party was
community.
It was insane. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Good food too.
Yeah.
The boys, Robbie Ellett and Brody Pigeot and the boys back in the kitchen there.
We're pretty lucky. Obviously, Shelter Restaurants, one of the founders and organizers of this contest, and probably one of the few in the world that actually have a restaurant that puts together a surf contest. So with that comes some perks, and all the girls get a free dinner last night. So I think everybody enjoyed some steak and some pan-seared salmon and risotto, and it was fun.
Yeah, those entrees are definitely. I mean, it was a luxury.
Yeah.
Like
even for the judges.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, definitely good service, good food, and yeah, it was definitely a good way to kind of kick off this weekend of the contest here. It's getting everybody together and you know, having a party.
Celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate.
So just to get to the action in the water here, again, we've got a big northwesterly blowing. It's onshore, so I'm sure you guys can see that on your screens there at home. Challenging conditions. Trust me, this is not easy, and these girls have already done a decent job this morning putting up some good scores. In the water right now, we have Rebecca Oldroyd wearing red. Rebecca has lived in Tofino. She's residing in the South Island, spends a lot of time surfing the breaks down there, which will remain unnamed at the moment. But great to see her back up in Tofino competing. Real solid surfer. Also in the water, surfer in white, Lisa Haas. She is wife of Peter DeVries, who I think Pete's not judging right now, but Peter is on our judging panel, so we're stoked to have a world-class judging panel here for the ladies. Also in the water, surfer in yellow, Jillian Montgomery, and wearing blue, Kelly Francis. So this is the qualifying round, or the round of 48, if you will. The top seeds from past contests will not have to surf in round 1. They'll be surfing in round 2. So the top 2 surfers in each heat will advance to surf those seeded surfers in the round of 32. When you're watching surfing, maybe talk a little bit about judging criteria here. On the judging panel, we have 5 judges, so it is subjective. They're all under the watchful eye of head judge and contest director Shannon Brown. When a surfer puts together a score, they take the top score and the low score and throw those out. So that horn there is the end of round of 48, heat 4. And then back to the scoring. So with those 3 remaining scores, they average them out, and the surfer then gets a score. The top 2 scoring waves fall into their score line. Scoring is based on a 0 to 10, with an excellent ride being in the 8 to 10 range, an average sort of in the 6 to 8 range. criteria is they're looking for a combination of maneuvers, critical maneuvers, and then things like speed, power, flow, and even progression as we move into the later rounds. We have seen girls take to the air at this contest, so I'm curious to see if that'll happen.
Yeah, I believe that California contingent, I think it was Sarah Taylor that pulled off
An alley-oop.
yeah, it was a pretty awesome alley-oop. It was good to see, and she actually stuck it too, which was good. And yeah, just to touch back on those innovative and progressive maneuvers, it's always pretty awesome to be up here and when a girl out there can put together something and get the judges off their feet, because that's what you got to do. You got to keep them happy.
Yeah. We'll try and call a wave here once we see somebody paddle into one. Just to sort of set the tone again, tomorrow we are going to try and get through shortboard because tomorrow is the biggest day of this contest. So we have a 3-day event window, and we try and take advantage of the best conditions and get the surfers in the water. So shortboard, you want a little bit bigger swell typically, so they can do a little bit more on the open face. Longboarding, they're judged based on both some of the shortboard criteria, but also a mixture of classic longboarding maneuvers. So Sundays are supposed to be a bit smaller, and we'll hopefully see some of that classic longboarding. We've got one of the girls from California, Nelly Saleh, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She's up here. Really, really beautiful to watch her surf. We actually have a world champion longboarder in town right now too. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Christy Murphy, 2005 world champ. She has a couple surf schools down in, I believe, in Hawaii and in Mexico, and the Tofino contingent's been down there working with her, so she's come up to see what it's all about here, and I think she was super stoked last night. So, so it looks like I'm just getting word from contest director Shannon Brown. This will be the last heat of the day. So with our 3-day event window, we have the flexibility with a bit of time in the day to put people in the water during optimal conditions, and right now it is not optimal. So we're going to run one more heat and then finish the round of 48 tomorrow morning. So this will be the last heat of the day. Again, we apologize for taking a bit of time to get on the air today, but we had to work out some kinks, and hopefully this live feed will come to you, hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy tomorrow. And what an option of having this webcast. I mean, Mike,
yeah,
this is putting this Queen of the Peak girls contest on the map, because not so many people can make it down to the beach here, and Tofino's definitely a pretty hard place to get to. That road in here is pretty good.
The end of the road.
It's the end of the road, and I mean, being able to broadcast it live around the world, so friends and family. We were having talking with Shazza last night from
Australia,
and she was saying.
Okay, here we go. We got Surfer in Blue up and riding. Oh,
little drop
in there. We'll see how that one comes. Maybe interference. Surfer in Red just up and out. I don't know. What do you think? We're not judging, but
I think Blue had that one there, and I think Red's gonna definitely put a factor in her scoreline. But
so interference for anybody out there watching. If somebody impedes the ride of another surfer, we will half the score of their second scoring wave. So,
gonna make it tough for her now.
Yeah.
I mean, these heats of 4, definitely lots of action going on there, lots of surfing. But when you set the bar like that and start off with the interference, it's always an uphill climb. And we got Surfer in Blue up and riding, I believe.
Oh, nice little cut back to the power source there. Let's see if she can get around this frothy section. Quick little tap of the lip there. Doesn't quite ride out of that one, but a well-surfed wave by Surfer in Blue there.
Yeah, I mean, the conditions are tough, as we were saying earlier, with this wind kicking up. It's putting a lot of chop in the face, so your board will definitely be skipping around, which no surfer really likes.
No.
Ideally, everything would be offshore. And
perfection all the time.
Perfect, but I mean, that's why just watching surfing is so awesome, is that conditions are always changing. They're never the same.
I guess big shout out to the guys putting this feed together for us. Sports Canada TV, or .tv.
Yeah, Sports Canada TV. Yeah, they definitely upped the level of this whole live feed and webcast production. It's definitely a treat. And I mean, having all these options here, we got
Surfer in Red.
Trying to work
doesn't make it around that section. I don't think the surfer down the line there probably affected her at all. That section in front of her kind of collapsed. So again, with these onshore winds, it doesn't hold the face of the wave up. A lot of the times there's going to be a lot of sections to deal with. So
yeah,
unfortunate that it's challenging, but if you get in the right spot, there's still very contestable conditions out there.
Yeah, it's definitely still pretty good. as this tide pushes into, it's definitely holding a bit of size when
Yeah,
those sits come through.
Those
which is
sandbars
good.
have been good lately.
Yeah, I've actually came here surfing the other day.
Crab trap lefts.
Crab trap lefts, and me being a goofy footer, I was pretty stoked.
It's kind of an unofficial new spot here at Cox Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's a secret though.
Notice a lot of crab pots floating in from offshore. So if any of you crab fishermen are listening, you might want to come and pick up those pots. On
Or
the
maybe
inside
they
here.
help the sand. Maybe we shouldn't tell them to pick them up.
I mean, yeah, it's good because if the rip is really bad, you can just hold on to the old
It's true.
the line there and not get pulled down the beach.
Giving away all the secrets. Yeah. Should we talk sponsors here a little bit?
Oh, of course, why not?
So this is year 6 for Queen of the Peak. Again, it's put together by Surf Sister and Shelter, which we'll talk about more over the next couple days. But big thanks to Billabong. They've really sort of upped the ante with Queen of the Peak this year, and yeah, they've decked out us in some nice Billabong gear.
It's nice.
Yeah, their wetsuits. They've got a great new 5'4" wetsuit that a lot of the girls at Surf Sister are rocking.
Mm.
Mike Redpath from Coastline's been sort of instrumental this year in helping us out. So big thanks to Billabong as always. They're a big supporter of this, and stoked to have them on board. You want to touch on Old Tourism Tofino there?
Oh, sure. They've got we'll go down the line here. Tourism Tofino, major sponsor, and
Helping the live feed out.
helping the live feed out big time here. And yeah, we definitely couldn't have done it
I guess-
without them. And they're actually featuring the live feed on Tourism Tofino's website too. So if you guys are tuning in wherever, the live feed is being provided by Tourism Tofino on their website as well. So you can go to tourismtofino.com. You can go to queenofthepeak.com and surfcam.ca, or the 3 sites.
Yeah, and you see a lot of
Well.
people joining the Your Tofino, the hashtag Your Tofino conversation
That's
these
right.
days. So if
Yeah.
you're down here at Queen of the Peak, a few hashtags to join the conversation.
It's trending, as
yeah.
they say, right?
Yeah, hashtag Your Tofino.
Hashtag your Tofino.
Hashtag QOP 2015 and hashtag Queen of the Peak.
Mm.
There's already a bunch of posts. I think I checked the other day. There's over 400 images on Queen of the Peak's hashtag already. So let us know how you're liking Tofino and share your photos on the beach.
Get social.
Yeah, get social.
Get amongst it.
Yeah. The Wiccan Inishin, we can't say enough about their involvement. Wiccan Inishin has been with us since day one, and Charles and his team there are fantastic people. If you've never been to the Wick, I will let you in on a little secret. The Driftwood Lounge for a coffee to go walk North Chesterman is fantastic.
Oh man. Yeah. One
they're-
of those hidden gems.
Oh.
Many hidden gems that.
Their pastry
What are
program too, those chocolate croissants, they
Yeah.
I can credit the team at the Weekend for adding a few pounds to me every year for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
Good pounds though.
Yeah, good pounds.
Winter weight.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so the Ancient Cedar Spa is normally down on the beach giving out massages. They filled the competitor packs with, I believe, a free glass of rosé, which for anybody out there, it is Breast Cancer Month. We are raising awareness through Keep a Breast Canada, and I think the WIC is doing the same through their Blue Mountain Group program. Yeah, huge props to the WIC in. They treat you like royalty there. That's what they do. Wildside Grill keeping us full.
Keeping us fed, yeah.
Yeah, Wildside Grill, big thanks to them. They're going to be serving up soup on the beach the next couple days. Again, they donate. It's by donation. They will donate all the proceeds to Keep Abreast as well. So it is Breast Cancer Month as well as Surf Month, and those guys are on board, and they keep all the judges fed. They have great tacos. Great. I had a burger the other day. Man, it was good. Sometimes there's nothing better than a Wildside burger. So
Yeah, those fish tacos, I mean, definitely.
they're up there.
Yeah, they're up there.
Don't want to pick favorites,
Don't wanna
but
pick favorites, but
I don't
they're
know.
pretty
Wildside.
good. And they definitely, they make them big too. It's good.
Yeah. Shelter we'll talk about. Obviously some bias there being that I'm
Be the
involved
man.
with those
Be
guys.
the man at the
Yeah.
at Shelter. And definitely one of my favorite places to go and have
Thanks.
fun and hang out.
Yeah,
like the boys,
it's fun.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
hockey season's coming up, and
that's right.
you know it's in the wintertime. All the locals, you know, you see them out and about a little bit more because it's just not as busy in town. And yeah, we're excited to bring on the winter and see more local faces in there and have some fun with hockey. And we're
Always a
gonna-
good atmosphere. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever had a bad time there.
No, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's a good place to work.
That's it. Just
We have a
fun.
surf coach.
What's it? The hashtag Seek Shelter.
Seek Shelter.
Yeah.
Pacific Sands. Shane Richards and the Pacific Sands crew has gotten on board this year. Big thanks to them. They've helped us out with rooms and long time
Gas.
running family resort. That
Gasoline this morning.
yeah, they helped us get the live feed back up with some gasoline for the generator. So big thanks to the crew at Pacific Sands. Aftanis we've mentioned. You know, I've kind of been loyal to him. I've worked on boards, and you know, maybe tomorrow we'll be able to talk about equipment a little bit. But he's been instrumental in helping my surfing and getting me in the right volume of boards. And
it's always nice when you can actually go into a shaper's studio and talk boards and talk what works for you, because when you buy boards just a generic shape out of a surf shop,
it's tough.
It's tough. It's tough to find. You know, you can jump around, bounce around board to board, and never really find that magic stick. But when you actually go in there, and Stefan's really good, because I had a board made for me, and he
Did you just quote 50 Cent?
Maybe. Yeah. We actually, the other day, we were listening to 50 Cent, a little 90s throwback.
Yeah.
It was great. But it's always nice when you can go in there and talk to your shaper and let him pick you apart and then throw down a board for you.
Yeah. Foam is your friend for anybody sort of new to surfing, or you know, you're sort of getting the hang of things and you're intermediate. Don't try and go too small too quickly. Learn from my mistakes, and
especially the conditions and the type of waves we have out here. They're not very powerful. We have that continental shelf way offshore, and it goes from really deep to really
fairly shallow.
And yeah, it slows down all that energy. So as that swell hits the beach here, it kind of just crumbles in. So yeah, like you were saying, Mikey, foam is your friend.
Yeah. So yeah, check out Stefan's shop. Order a custom board from him. Oh,
it's kind of windy.
It's kind of windy.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
The Wizard of Oz here. Tofino Brewing Company. Those guys are awesome. What do you say? I mean, it's so great to have a local brewery in town that partners, and they've become a big part of the community as well.
They just came out with a new seasonal beer, didn't they?
Yeah, sour. It's cool. Actually, it's different.
With the sour. Yeah, it definitely took me one or two to kind of get used to that taste, but it's always nice what they're throwing up there. Their seasonal beers are always
some sick swag too. Some cool
Tofino
Tofino stuff.
Oh, that whole new addition to the side of the brewery where you can actually go down there and
have a beer
and enjoy a little taster set and have a beer with your friends, and a good atmosphere too.
Yeah,
people doing good things.
Good people. Or a lot of good people around here.
Yeah, it's strange. Eh? It's like in the water, I think.
Yeah. It's like Tofino water.
Yeah.
Nixon, Dirk and everyone at Nixon, big thanks to them. They've been with us since day one.
Some swag for some competitors.
I'm rocking. They do, yeah. I'm rocking a Nixon watch right now. They make great watches. Make one of the best tide watches in the industry. So, if you haven't tried any of their stuff out, come check Dirk out and the Nixon crew over the weekend here. They're showing up today. He just came back from being at Nixon in California, and I think they're going to do a little treasure hunt for the kids on the beach. So,
I wonder what they're going to hide.
I don't know. But I don't know. I might be out there digging.
Yeah, me too. I might have to take a break up in the webcast and find myself a new Nixon product.
Yeah. Bon Zipper, a part of the Billabong crew. Great Sunnies. Pharmacy, Epic Pharmacy in town. Can't thank them enough. They put on a Zumba for Boobies Night the other night. 70 locals showed up, and they raised $1,100 and had fun doing it.
All for charity.
All for charity.
Wow.
So big thanks to the PharmaSave crew, and they're down here serving hot tea, which on a day like today is much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, SurfCam, that's your thing there, Brennan. SurfCam, your eyes on the water.
Yeah. Can't say it any better than that. No. I mean, we provide cameras on all the beaches out here, so people from across island, or you lazy people that don't want to drive everywhere, you can just tune in online and see what's going on and kind of give you an idea before you drive around aimlessly and get skunked. So yeah, it was a thing a couple years ago that we kind of decided on, and you get that everywhere. When you go to a ski hill, there's snow cams everywhere, and it just kind of made sense out here because me living in Ucluelet, it was always such a hassle to drive around beach to beach to beach. And
so you're doing your part for the planet, saving gas.
Being environmentally friendly, and not very many people see it that way when one of the cams shorts out. But I mean, we do what we can, and the technology and the internet feeds out here are not the best, but they're improving. We're getting fiber optic out here.
It's coming. We might maybe a bit too early, but I don't know. We're able to pull off this live feed and live scoring here, so You know, the internet, it works. It is
Yeah.
very Tofino, and it sounds like
I
it's
mean-
going to get better too. So
And Kevin from Tofino Tech, he's the whole reason why we're actually able to
yeah, do this.
do this.
We're down on the raw west coast on the beach here in the elements in howling northwest winds, and yeah,
Yeah.
Kev set us up there. So
He's been on board for the past couple of years when we brought this live feed to life, and yeah, he's just been an amazing help for getting that, and to get that live scoring going too, which is awesome.
yeah, I think the live scoring's up and running, but we'll see. We had a couple technical difficulties, so we'll get it all sorted for the morning.
Yeah.
I think we need to get more Kevin, more internet. I don't know. Hopefully we don't take the whole network down here in Tofino.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna create dead zones everywhere.
Yeah. Back to the water. It is tough out there. I feel for these girls right now, or I should say these women. There is. It's hard to get in the right spot here. There is still some, scoring potential, but
Just that wind chop that's building on top of the swell it's definitely misleading when you see a set come through, but it's all you see is it's only actually just wind chop. So you drop in on a set wave, but you're only dropping in on howling wind chop, and then it kind of dies out in front of you. And kind
Yeah.
of seeing that now as that wind picks up, it's kind of killing the swell a little bit, but there's still some waves out there. Just got to find the right one and be in the right spot.
So what's the storyline for this year? Who's your fantasy team for Queen of the Peak?
Oof. I mean, I gotta throw in defending champ Hannah Scott.
Yeah, I think
Definitely,
that's a good bet.
That's my Kelly Slater of the Queen of the Peak there, the
Yeah.
most money there.
Yeah.
I mean, those girls that come up from Cali, Sarah Taylor, she's definitely a heavy favorite. I'm not sure if Kath Breweiler
No,
is in
she's
this
judging
year.
this year, so
She's judging, so I
What
would have definitely
what about
gone
Matea?
Kevin. What did she come in last year? What was the
I think
place?
I'd have to double check, but I think Matea didn't final. She semi-finaled last year in shortport.
But coming off that big win or big placing at Rip Pro.
She's the
She's the
current
Canadian
reigning
champ.
women's Canadian surfing champion at
Yeah.
the ripe old age of 12.
It's insane.
Yeah,
It's insane.
she is. For anybody that hasn't seen Matea surf, it's a story and it's a very cool thing to watch. She is a very talented young lady, and
The fact
I don't
that
know.
she's-
Maybe if I'm going to put a team together, I think Matea may get my top pick, my 11 million or 12 million for
Oh,
my
yeah.
fantasy team.
That's
Oh, look at that drop! Surfer in blue with a hairy drop.
Yeah, a little commitment on that one, but yeah, with this wind picking up, it's kind of just creating big closeouts, and the conditions are kind of tough. But I mean,
It's
end of the
solid
day,
out there still.
End of the day, you got to get scores on the board to advance, right? So anything you can do to pick apart something. And
So we got Surfer in blue up and riding on her backhand. Gets her on that first section. Oh,
little
nice little
turn
carve
there.
in the pocket. Throws some buckets and rides away from that complete ride. So the judges are
Yeah,
going to like the
nice.
looks of that one.
I really like that first turn. She really dug her rail in there, and I'm not sure if that northwest wind helped out with that spray, but she tossed a little bit of a bucket there. That was good. Yeah, so that's what definitely leaning into that rail and sending more spray definitely improves your score because it shows lots of control and a bit more power.
Yeah.
I think the judges are wanting to see that.
Yeah, that was a powerful turn. So again, this will be the last heat in the water today, so a little bit shorter day today. We're approaching high tide here, lots of northwest wind, but absolutely beautiful blue skies. If you're out of the wind, it's probably about 17 degrees here, 18, maybe 19. Heck, let's call it 20.
Yeah, might as well. If it's 15 degrees everywhere else, it's 20 degrees in Tofino. You know, we get battered with some pretty insane weather, but yeah, this whole year has been pretty.
Yeah, it's been amazing in
insane for
BC.
weather.
Yeah. Unfortunate for some of the people that have had to deal with some forest fires and stuff, but
There was a forest fire in Yuki, Ucluelet.
was there?
Yeah, right on the headland of Little Beach. There was I'm not sure who it was, but there was a little campfire left unattended, and
Yeah.
it burned down the hillside. But the volunteer firefighters and the city guys got on it. So, you know, the fact that we're in the fog zone, which people always mistake.
But we had a fire ban in the fog zone, which I'm on the fire department. It's a rare day when you have fire bans here in the West Coast. So,
But I mean, sunshine over rain. I mean, we definitely. I've never heard when the first rains came. I think in September or end of August. I never saw or heard so many people actually stoked for the rain. But
yeah,
It's necessary here. That's why
We live in a rainforest.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's kind of a necessity of life out here for.
I like it.
For everything. I love it.
Yeah.
Just buy a set of rain gear, the rubber rain gear, and get some nice pair of gum boots and
Go to the beach.
send it. Yeah.
Send it.
Send
So as we look sort of off to the northwest, we can see some people taking advantage of the wind. So another alternative sport here.
It's starting to grow that.
Yeah, kite surfing. You
Kite
see more and
surfing.
more of them out these days. So I guess this is a good day for those guys. I'm not really sure what they look for, but I know wind is part of it.
It's funny when working down at a surf shop in Ucluelet there, and talking to a couple of kiteboarders because they always come in looking for some gear, but unfortunately there's no kiteboard store out here. But they've been talking to a lot of them, and this is almost a sort of a mecca for kiteboarding and stuff, because we do get quite a lot of winds in the summertime. That northwest and west picks up pretty good, and I know the beaches in the park, Long Beach and all that stuff are seen more in the water.
It makes sense. Yeah.
When you go everywhere else all over the world, especially down in Baja, or where you can kind of time all that the weather conditions and the wind conditions, it's massive. It's huge.
Yeah. So they were calling for I think 50 knot winds, and I think we're there.
Yeah. Definitely
It's-
starting to get a little bit of a chill
Yeah.
on my spine, but it's a sunny.
Hey,
Sun shines out.
we could be doing
high.
worse things right now.
Exactly. But yeah, it's pretty nice this weekend. The fact that we got there's a few things going on, I think, in town this weekend.
Yeah,
Whole Queen of the Peak.
yeah. So anybody visiting out of town, I guess first off, tomorrow is going to be mostly shortboard. So women's shortboard. If everything cooperates, we should complete women's shortboard. So that sound brings the round of 48, heat 5 to an end. That will be the last heat in the water. I guess maybe we'll talk a little bit about the weekend and then sign off for the day. But shortboard tomorrow, we will get the Princess of the Peak in the water. So
The Princess of the Peak, the age category for that.
it's under 16, but I think the oldest competitor is 13 years old. There's 24 young ladies, yeah. So
Awesome.
it shows what the Queen of the Peak has done for sort of youth surfing, and hopefully this contest helps make women's surfing strong for generations to come.
Well, that's the thing, is that this contest, it's a strictly girls contest, and I mean, the quality of girl rippers out here it's pretty awesome, and this is pretty much the main focus, to see them all show their magic to everybody, and it's nice to see so many girls surf
Yeah.
out here.
I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to see a Canadian woman on the world tour one day, and I think it's reality. So.
Not pointing any fingers, Mattia, but
Yeah,
you know.
I think if she keeps going the way she is, it's obviously hard. It's like kids playing hockey at 1 in a million. But
she definitely has the talent, and
Yeah.
she's definitely got the right mentality and the right coaching, and she's got a good corner.
yeah, she does. Yeah. So yeah, that's tomorrow in the water. This evening, if you're getting to town tonight, if you're sitting on BC Ferries, taking the lovely drive over, take your time on that drive. It's there's beautiful places to stop off. But tonight at the Community Theater, we're going to be showing The Balance, a new Billabong movie with a bunch of their team guys, local surfers, Sepp Ruweiler, Pete Rees, Noah Cohen, and then a whole slew of snowboarders and skaters in that one. And should be a really cool movie. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard good things.
What's going on at Shelter?
Tonight it's at the Community Theater, and then at Shelter on Saturday night. So if you don't get to see it tonight, it's an all ages show tonight. And then Saturday night we'll have it at Shelter. It's still all ages, but it'll be a little bit later, obviously. So check out the Community Theater. All the events for the Queen of the Peak can be found at queenofthepeak.com/events. And then Sunday night this year we will have the wrap-up party, if you will, down at the Shore Building, and we partnered with Odalith this year. So Lionel Richie's playing, great DJ. Should be some fun. So if you're still in town on Sunday, come join us. We'll be sort of limited, but join before 10 o'clock, and I'm sure it'll be easy to get in there. I'm not sure pricing, but again, you can find that on queenofthepeak.com/events.
Yeah. Anything event-wise, check out queenofthepeak.com. We'll keep you updated, and you can get social too with the hashtags #QOP2015 and #Queen of the Peak.
Yeah. Your Tofino too. And Your Tofino, through Tours and Tofino, they have a great little site where you can see all the conversation and getting social on there. So. yeah, tomorrow morning we'll probably kick things off at. We're hoping to do a morning show tomorrow, so if technology cooperates, we'll be on the air at 8 o'clock. And yeah, thanks, Brendan. It's good that we got it off the ground.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trial run, but it's looking like worked out some kinks and
It sounds good on my end.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I want to see what the live feed looks like, but yeah, if anybody has any feedback, and Brendan or I, please send a message. But yeah, have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. Go past the brewery. Go to Shelter. Go to Surf Sister. Buy some Queen of the Peak swag. If you didn't get a chance today on the beach, we'll be here all weekend, and we look forward to hosting you here in Tofino on the beautiful shores of the Wild West Coast. And yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, see you at 8 a.m.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Brendan.
This isn't a stop off on the way to somewhere. This is the end of the road. You have to want to come here. I guess you have to realize you're part of something bigger. It's a real thing that's going on. It's just big nature.
Yeah, I mean, I think the kind of people who are drawn to Tofino are people who enjoy being outside, because that's what you do here. You get up and you go on an adventure. I definitely am grateful that we get to live here. That kind of passion just transfers to your kids.
For me, it's the relationship with the ocean, and to know it is to just get out there and experience what it is. It's an energy. If there's any peaceful moment I might need, I usually go to the water to find it. Things become a little bit more clear. You feel a bit more connected to the world around you. That's really what brings people out here.
It's safe to say that this place has it all. A little something for everyone. A place where adventure lives, stories are born, and memories are made. This place is Tofino. Discover more at tourismtofino.com.
It sounds cheesy, but surfing's affected, I'd say, almost every part of my life. To me, Tofino isn't Tofino without surfing. Surfing in general, and not just surfing the waves, the ocean itself, it's very humbling. Introducing it to people for the first time, it's really honest. You have to kind of break down all the barriers. You're just out there. I never get tired of seeing the look on people's face when they catch the first wave. Ever. It never gets old. As a surfing town, we're super lucky in Tofino to have lots of really friendly beach breaks. Easy to get to right off the main road. We've got change rooms right at lots of the beaches. You can drive up, jump out, go for a surf, and then drive into town and go for a 5-star dinner at a nice restaurant after. We're pretty lucky to be able to do it here year-round. Here you definitely need a bit of dedication and some heart. I would say Tofino surfers are a hardy bunch. But once you're in there, I think it's really surprising to people how warm you actually are. Never a bad choice to go surfing. It's a feeling that's, unbeatable.